And the fifth item is metadata. It's a small thing, but it's a very important thing. Get rid of these. And in the fourth task here in the MadeToTag, you have actually a window for that. And the one thing it's required anyway by the PDF UA standard for tag PDF, but it's always a good idea, is to put the document title in the document. So this is what do you want to call it? Maybe PDF/UA is a bit short. Maybe pick up the text. Probably a typo or two, but anyway, you get the point. It's required by the PDF UA standard. It's very important, especially the document title, because for some users, it's the first piece of information they encounter when they run into a document. So envision a blind person or low vision person using a screen reader, and they scan through the documents on their hard disk. They don't see much, yeah? They don't see anything. And for each document, the system can tell them something. Or if they open the document, the system can tell them something. Could tell them the file name. And you know, sometimes file names are not very semantically rich. So it may be a number or a strange string that was used in production but doesn't mean anything to anybody outside of production. So if the screen reader or the tool could read a useful document title, then the person will know what kind of document it is, whether the person wants to actually read the document or not, what to expect from the document and so on. So it's very important. And please do not necessarily copy the title that's printed on the document. That could be okay in many cases, but in this case, strictly speaking, the title would be PDF UA. It's not so much information. Yeah. So just make sure you put information there that sets the right expectations for the person encountering the document as the first piece of information they get to access. And the other metadata fields, it's up to you whether you want to tell people who authored the document it's useful information, but it's always useful information. Whether you want to have a copyright notice or a URL where people can find the website from which the document was downloaded at some time and so on. Just a side remark. One of the PDF consumers with a very important disability are search engines. Search engines don't have any vision. They don't look at documents using eyes. They look at documents using software. And so if you make it easier for the software to find something, including the document, content and document structure, but also the metadata, the more likely this content will be used for displaying search results. In addition, Google is known to prefer PDF documents over HTML pages. And at least some people who know a lot about this stuff, they assume that Google also prefers tagged content over not tagged content in PDF. Sometimes because it can find the content, as opposed to having some strange text encoding and where it's just impossible to derive any meaningful information about the content, but also for the reading order. And Google places more focus on the beginning of a document than on the end, and so on. So Duff Johnson, for example, made an experiment. He put the exact same information in HTML and in PDF on the same website and told Google to index. And you usually have to wait a little bit. And then the information from the PDF document was ranking higher in the search results than this exactly same information from the HTML page. So it also does pay off in other directions. And some people spend a lot of time optimizing their content for Google and other search engines and pay a lot of money and so.